Hey everybody, Lindsay Smith here with your business tip this week. This week I'm with Natalie in Berthium. And Natalie, you and I were back in the office and talking about financing conditions.
Yeah.
And some issues you were having recently with condominiums. Tell us a little about what's going on.
Well, put it this way, in the last 2 weeks, I've had to deal with 5 extensions for financing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what has that been specifically regarding?
For the most part, it's actually been for buyers that are not putting 20% down, so not going with a conventional mortgage, having to go through CMHC or Genworth. And it seems that both insurers are being much more thorough with the condo documents right now, so it's really slowing down the process.
So you've had some financing conditions that were set for like 10 days, and now are taking over 2 weeks to actually get the financing together.
Yeah.
How have the obviously sellers are never good with with extensions. There's always a question, but it's actually their building that's coming into question.
Yeah.
And what are some things that you think realtors can do in advance to maybe prep for this process a little bit?
Right. Definitely make sure that you have all the condo documents in order. So whether you are representing the buyer or the seller, I think it's really important to do your due diligence and make sure that you have everything, ideally in PDF. I know it's not always possible when you're ordering through management companies, but expect that likely an insurer is going to ask to review the documents. And actually, it's lenders that are starting to review them as well.
Right.
So that would be one thing I would say to prepare yourself for as well, depending on when you are writing your offer. You know, 10 days sometimes can encompass a couple weekends as well. So I would definitely try to get at least 8-9 business days, if possible, in your condition period.
Wow. It sounds like this is going to be a process where you guys need to be educating the seller's realtor as much and explain what's happening out there. And obviously the insurers, CMHC and GE, are having more of an appetite for being a little bit more prudent, I guess, in terms of their due diligence and their research. And like, I love what you said about taking responsibility for the condominium documents as the buyer's agent and helping the seller's agent get through that. And it's kind of in a, you know, you guys are in this together. The seller wants to sell, the buyer still wants to buy, but obviously they need the cash. So I know that this landscape has changed a bit where these deals used to just slide right through.
Yeah, it's really changed, and I was surprised. I thought at first it was a one-off, but after having dealt with 5, and not just my buyers, but my listings as well, yeah, it's really something I think that's taking place kind of across the landscape in real estate, and we do have to be more proactive, I think.
Awesome. That's a huge step with realtors, is to be obviously representing their clients. Work with the other realtor. This is definitely a cooperative industry where you want to try to work with them to work through these extensions and things like that, because if they don't have that issue with you, they'll just have that issue with the next
Somebody
person.
else.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Natalie, thank you so much for coming on and sharing some information with us.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.